What's up, Otaku Nation? Oda King Live coming at you again for another anime of the week. And as you can tell, this week is going to be on Strike Witches. Now, if you're not too familiar with this show, and honestly, I don't know in this current time and day and age that you couldn't be, but it's pretty much a girls with guns anime, and they don't wear pants. It's pretty fan servicey even to where, you know, the show itself plays it up, you know, winning the war on pants. I mean, if the show itself is, you know, aware of it being fan service and pretty much just about girls with guns in their panties, this is your show. This is your show. You need to watch this if you want to see girls with guns in their panties. This is it. So, it's actually rated MA, which is kind of surprising. If I remember correctly, there is a few shower or bath scenes where, you know, they're at the hot springs. You know, most anime get that bath springs episode where they're all at the, you know, in the water and they're all naked. So if I remember correctly, there is a few episodes, a few scenes where they're in like the bath and they're naked. But that's about it. That's as far as this show really goes. Outside of the nudity there, I really don't think it needs that MA rating. The fan service for this show is actually, it's there, but it's pretty tame. It mostly revolves around pretty much, you know, doing this, and see if I can get this. Pretty much doing this. It's pretty much just crotch shots. It's to where the camera will just pretty much, you know, they're flying around. They're shooting their guns, they're flying in space, and of course, you know, every 10 seconds or whatever it is, you know, the camera has to just fly up in their crotch or, you know, right up on their ass. And as you can tell, they wear these, I don't know, plain jetpack type things on their legs, and so they don't wear pants because of it. That way when, you know, it's wartime, if there's an alert that they need to go to, you know, need to get in the air, they need to fly, they fly. They can just hop in their jetpack legs and just fly away and fight the enemy. So it's pretty much about, I don't know, it's this enemy that has come and destroyed, you know, most of the world. They've pretty much taken over, you know, multiple countries, and so these are witches. These are what's fighting back and able to beat them. Pretty much just, you know, the usual young girls with magical powers that can shoot guns. So pretty much their magical powers come in really with only their barriers. Their barriers that can, you know, protect them from the enemy fire. The guns are just standard issue military guns for the most part. Some of them have rocket launchers and things like that. But that's about all the show is. It's not a terribly bad show either. It's actually quite interesting. One of my friends, he loves this show. He's got like all the figures and everything. So, as you can see, you get your fan servicey type insert here. Love it for starters. It's got the see-through. You got your full picture backsplash. I love it. You got your disc 1 main character, disc 2 her again, but at least different pose. I love that. I hate when they're the same. And without breaking the disc, there she is again. And of course, what did I say? They're at the pool. They got to be playing in the water, but at least it appears they all have their clothes on. But as you can tell, some of them are still in their gear, their flying devices. So this show has had a little bit of a run. Unfortunately, and this is one of the things I hate, my season 1 is DVD, my season 2 is Blu-ray. And not only is it just Blu-ray, but it's even the Save Edition, which I know some people just can't stand. I hear ya. I'm not a fan of the save either. It doesn't really detract much. I mean, for the most part, if you took something and just covered that up, you wouldn't even know that it was the save edition. You know, the interior and everything is still nice. It's blue. You can't really see the image behind too well. But, again, you got your main character on the discs there. Oh, it's the DVD and Blu-ray combo too, which is nice. Interesting that they went for an entirely different look with the Blu-ray. I believe those are all the flying squadron symbols that are on the discs. So that's pretty interesting. And then you got all your girls there. And for some reason, they're all animals. I don't know why. They're bunnies or cats or dogs or... I don't really understand that part. If I remember correctly, all the other people are normal. They're just regular-ass human beings. But for some reason, the witches are all bunnies and cats for some reason. I'm not sure. But, you know, still winning the war on pants. I mean, you know, they're still really, you know, playing that up pretty hard. And if I remember correctly, this one really ups the tempo. It really involves a lot more new characters. That we get other squadrons and everything. Certainly there's quite the world that this show could build on if it really wanted to. And then, of course, you know, there's... well, of course, I can't zoom in for some reason. It doesn't want to. It wants to just be annoying. But we get at least one shot of a girl in a bath drum. So, either way, that's Season 2, which I just... I just can't stand when they don't match. That's such a nuisance to me. I almost want to even just buy Season 1 to get on Blu-ray combo, even if it's safe, so then they friggin' match. I don't know. Stupid things to worry about, but my problem. And then, of course, the Strike Witches movie that I did not pay $30 for that. Don't get too excited. It was HMV's 50% off, and I got it, I think, for $15, because I certainly wasn't paying $30 for no movie, especially a Strike Witch movie. I believe it's the only movie in the series. And I'm not sure if there's a Season 3, or at least it hasn't came out here to my knowledge. But, like I said before, it's actually a pretty good show. Like, if you're into the girls with guns, it's not bad. You know, the warfare itself is quite good. Kind of reminds me of Girls und Panzer or whatever. Like, it's kind of a dumb premise. You know, you got your, you know... teenage girls with magical powers fighting in wars, but it is done well. You know, the guns, you know, all the warfare itself looks spectacular. And the story isn't terrible as well. There's, like I said before, when I was going on about the fan service, you get your minor nudity and your panty shots galore, but that's about it. There's not really any guys in the show, or at least none that really get any airtime. So really, it's just the girls. So there's no, you know, hot naked makeout scenes or anything like that in the show. So outside of some minor nudity and some minor panty service, it's actually a pretty safe show to watch, and I certainly recommend it. So hey, if you liked any Strike Witches, leave a like. Who's your favorite girl? I personally, to be quite, you know, the main character and her best friend or whatever, you know, not too big. I wasn't that big on the commander either. Jeez, it's kind of a tough call. I guess these two silly bastards were probably the top two runners for my favorite two. And, of course, I can't remember their names. It's been a few months since I watched the show, which is sad. I should remember those. But anyways, feel free to, share it around, maybe. Please. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.